trying to explain what you want to a contractor. Something modern, you say. Clean lines. Contemporary, but warm. They nod, but you can see it in their eyes. They're going to guess, and they might guess wrong. And you pull out your phone. Like this, you say, showing them a photo. This feeling, this style. And suddenly they get it. 10 minutes of description compressed into a single image. This is the power of examples, and it works just as well with AI. When you describe what you want in words alone, you're asking the AI to build a picture from scratch, to interpret adjectives, to guess at what professional means to you, or casual, or inspiring. But these words mean different things to different people. Your professional might be another person's stiff. Your casual might be someone else's sloppy. When you show an example, you skip the interpretation step. The AI doesn't have to guess what you mean by modern. It can see what modern looks like to you. An example is 1,000 definitions compressed into one. It shows tone, style, length, vocabulary, structure, all without you having to name each element separately. Watch the difference. Without an example, write me a product description for headphones. Make it engaging and modern. You'll get something back. It'll be competent. But is it your kind of engaging? With an example, write me a product description for headphones. Here's one I like for a different product. Match that style, the short, punchy sentences, the way it addresses the reader directly. Now the AI has a target to aim for, not a vague direction, but a specific destination. Think about learning to cook from a recipe versus learning from watching someone. The recipe says sauté until golden. But how golden? Golden like wheat? Golden like caramel? Watching someone, you see the actual color. You see how they move the pan. You understand golden in context, in practice, in reality. Examples work the same way. They translate abstract instructions into concrete reality. They show instead of tell. Not all examples are equally helpful. A good example is close enough to what you want that the AI can draw meaningful parallels. If you're writing a professional email, show a professional email, not a novel. A good example highlights what matters. If you say, write like this, clarify what like this means. Is it the length, the tone, the structure? You can even use examples of what you don't want. Not like this, too formal. More like this. Contrast helps refine the target. Here's a useful pattern. The example sandwich. First, state what you need. I need to write a thank you note to a mentor. Then, show an example. Here's a note I admire for its warmth without being cheesy. Then, specify what to adapt. I want that same warm tone, but shorter, focused on how they help me navigate a career change. Together, they create something neither could achieve alone. Of course, examples have limits. If your example is in a completely different domain, the translation might not work. A poetry example won't help much with a legal contract. And sometimes what you need doesn't exist yet. That's genuine new territory. But even partial examples help. Even something like this, but more X, gives more to work with than nothing. That contractor standing in your future kitchen? They could have worked from words alone. Modern, clean lines, contemporary, but warm. They might have gotten close, or they might have spent weeks in back and forth revisions. One photo changed everything. Not because words are useless, but because examples carry information that words can't easily capture. When you work with AI, you have the same choice. You can describe what you want, hoping the words translate, or you can show what you want, letting the example do the heavy lifting. The best communication usually combines both. Tell it what you need, show it what you mean. Let your words and your examples work together. Because sometimes the fastest way to explain something isn't to explain it at all. It's to point at something real and say, Like that. That feeling. That's what I'm after. And suddenly, you're speaking the same language. The future's already here, and you get to decide who you are in it. Please subscribe. Please like.
Just be.